Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're good, because I'm good, and hope you're good, and we can all be good together. Today I'm back with a new video for you, and today I'm going to be going through the Mercedes Benz E450 coupe. I'm going to be talking about the things that it has, the options, and all the things that it's got to offer. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, give me that thumbs up. Let's go throughout the car and check it out together. Alright guys, well, starting with the front of the car, we can see that we have the full LED light system. So this is the full package, the highest you can get. Actually, you can see if it's not the full LED, then this light here would be halogen, it wouldn't be LED. Coming on to the grille, even though this is a newer car, still getting the older grille, which is fine, but you can upgrade that to an AMG one, no problem. We can see the big Mercedes Benz emblem. This particular one is empty, so it means it does not have the driver's assistance package, but we do see the camera located right there, which means that it has a 360 camera option, which is very good when it comes to parking and tight spaces. Coming back, we can see a very aggressive front look of the car, with lines all throughout your hood, presenting itself, showing itself that this is an aggressive sports car. Coming to the side, as you can see, this particular one is the coupe version, so it obviously looks sportier, longer doors. Coming down, we do have the AMG option tire, and the calipers are red. Usually this car does not come with red calipers, but this particular one has been changed. Coming down to the roof, obviously you have your blinker signal on your mirror, plus you do have cameras on the bottom side of the mirror for the 360 camera. Now moving over, and then coming on to the back of the car, we have the E450 with the 4MATIC logo. We have the exhaust tips and the diffuser. So I'm just going to show you a couple different things on the back. So the first thing we have the air vents on each side, giving it a more aggressive and sportier look. Coming down to the car, we have nice looking exhaust tips, but unfortunately they are fake. So if you're to look inside, you can see the actual exhaust, which is smaller, but overall from farther, nobody's really gonna duck down and see. It's more of an enthusiast type of thing, makes it look nice. Also, you have the rear diffuser, giving it a more aggressive look. As you can see, going through the car, Mercedes have really tried to make it look aggressive with adding little things here and there, even though this is not the top end performance version of the E-Class. And the tire size for this particular car is 245/45/18. Here's a closer look of the rim. Alright guys, so this particular car has a smart key access system. Just keep the key fob in your pocket, put your hand on the other side of the handle and open it. Also, there's this little button right here where you can press and it would lock it. I'm just gonna go and unlock it now. Let's get in the car and see what it's got to offer. As you can see, the new steering wheel has a lot more options located on it, and at the beginning it looks complex, but once you get to know the system, it's actually very easy to use and it's very interactive to use. So I'm just going to go through some of the buttons and show you. The first thing you notice once you sit in the car is that you do have full digital screen for the driver, which is displaying everything to do with the vehicle information, and then you have a full digital screen for your navigation. So it's just one big flowing screen together, which looks very nice and it's very customizable. So I'm going to go through the buttons that you have on your steering wheel and show you what they change. Okay, so starting with the left side, we have the back button. We have this touch control pad, which controls everything in your driver's screen. Coming over, we have the home button. We have on the bottom everything to do with your cruise control. So turn it on, turn it off, cancel, reset, and increase and decrease speed. So I'm just going to show you a little bit what the touchpad does in the middle. So right now we have the touchpad in the middle gauge, so shows you in the front distance, the vehicle in front of you, and then we have attention assist for brakes that are needed for every some time that you drive the car, will actually tell you that you need to give it a little break, stop, take a coffee or something. Going back, going over, we have the lateral G, which is in your tachometer right now. If you were to change it, it is basically your fuel consumption. So it tells you how much fuel it uses for every 100 kilometers and what your average speed is, how long you've been driving the car since it's been turned on today. And then going back, this is your economic gauge. So basically it would tell you how much bonus you're getting from saving gas as you're driving your car economically. So this would change actually if you're to go on the highway or in the city. Based on driving, it would tell you how much fuel you're saving. And the next one would be your map. So you have a little map display. If you don't want to go over to your big screen, you have it right in front of you. And then going back, it's just your normal tachometer. Now if you come back here and we press the home button, you can see in the middle we have different options. So we go to service, try to see what service has to offer. So service would just basically say all your messages. So 0 messages, tire assistant plus coolant consumption info. So you can go to any of those menus to get more information about those. Going back, we have going back is your trip. So we have range. We have again the EcoBoost monitoring gauge, and then how much you traveled and your fuel consumption from reset, and then your digital speed if you need it, and then the other information about the kilometers on the car. Going back over next to your navigation, so you can see previous destination and again put your destination in, and it would display things in there. Going over, we have radio, media, and telephone. So if we go to, let's say, media, you can see if it would pull up what you were last on. So it was Bluetooth audio. Right now it's not playing, and it would show that. Press it one more time, go radio. Going over, we have phone, which basically you can see everything. Let's say if you're talking to someone, or everything to do with your phone display. Next over is your heads up display. So you have position, brightness, and display. Everything is fully controlled via this menu. And going over, we have my favorite, which is design. So you have your classic design for the speedometer, which is like this. You can go over to sport, which again is changing everything, making it look more sporty. So from the times you want to drive sport, it actually makes you feel like you're in a different car. Then going down to progressive, we have a futuristic looking type of display where it shows less information, and it's just different. I love to have these options just because every single time it feels like you're driving a different car. So over the years when you own this type of car, does not feel like it's getting older, or you're just getting in the same type of car every day. Especially once you do change these things, it changes the color of the interior as well. And at that point, like I said, everything in the car feels different. Coming over on this side, you have your basically the same type of thing. So home button, we have the touchpad right here to control the big central display, and then we have over the back button right here would be your voice command system. So press that button upwards, and then you could just talk to the car, say command depending on the menu you're in, and the car would do it for you. Bring it down, you have your favorites menu, which also again would pull up right in there. And then over is your volume control, so up and down, and your call, decline, and answer button located right there. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of the menu with the steering wheel. Then I'm going to show you with the middle touchpad, just because you can control it both ways. This was just an easier way Mercedes thought to add, so you can have your hands on the steering wheel and control the menu right there. So let's say if you were to press the home button, everything comes up. So you have your navigation, radio, media, phone, connect, and then you can just go over for vehicle information and settings. So everything you can control via this, you can control with that. Going more on the steering wheel, what we have is we have two knobs. So the knob on the left has to do everything with your wiper controls and your signals and your high beam. The knob on the right, it is actually your gear shifter. So down for drive, up for reverse, and then press the button right here for park. So as you can see, this car has two different knobs, but one is only used as the gear shifter. Coming on to the left side of the car, we have your light controls located right there. As you can see, you can't turn them off. So you have auto, you have the low lights, you have parking light, and you have the nighttime running lights. You have the interior dimmer located right there, fog light located right there. Coming over, you can see the highly upgraded stereo, the Burmester, which sounds super nice. Coming on your door, you have your heated seats located right here, and your cooled seats. Everything that has to do with your seat controls is located right here, so you can use these controls to control your seats. Besides that, we have your memory seats located. You have 3 memory seats for different type of drivers. Good to have 3. Some cars have 2. This one happens to have 3. Coming down, embedded into the door handle, which looks really nice and the same color, is your central lock system located right there. And coming down, you have your window controls. You do have 4 window controls, even though this is a coupe and all of them are fully automatic. And this would be your mirror control. Coming down from your headlight control, you have the automatic parking brake. Something else located right under the knob of the wiper is your tilt and telescope steering wheel and your heated steering wheel. So press it to tilt and telescope, press it for heated steering wheel. Very good to have. It's hard to find in the beginning, it's a little bit hidden, but if you have a Mercedes, you know the Mercedes usually puts it around this spot and you can try to look for it there. Alright guys, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of the infotainment system. I'm going to be using this knob right here and this touchpad to go through it. So if you press the home button, okay, so the first thing we have is navigation. Press on navigation and you have different types. You have a big screen for your navigation, which shows everything. Obviously, you can go to the side to enter destination, previous destination, voice command, and waypoints. Something I want to tell you I noticed as well is that once you play with the touchpad, go up and down, it's actually touch sensitive. So once you do get feedback on your finger, this way, if you're not paying full attention to the screen, you can see that you're actually moving down in options. So going back, you have radio, press it, and you have your clock, and you have a whole display showing you what radio. You have HD radio, FM settings, present, you have radio source, you have sound, you have options. You can go back. You have media, which if you have your phone connected or Bluetooth, you have a USB or an SD card, press that. Going over, you have your phone option, which again, you can dial people, go over, contacts, recent calls, text messages, device. You can see all through with that. Going back, you have Mercedes Benz Connect, which is the Mercedes Benz app. So you can connect your phone and have different things displayed on there. Going over, you have the vehicle. So the vehicle is actually very customizable. It goes to your seats, dynamic select, your assistance, light settings, vehicle settings, operator is manual. Let's go to settings. Settings again has to do everything to control with your vehicle settings. So display and design, input, audio, connectivity, Bluetooth, command touch. So again, everything, language, units, personalization, software update, everything is customizable here. The menus are very easy to use, plus they have a picture displayed right beside the name. So if you're not super good with the information or with the names of particular things, there is a big picture located right beside that helps you out with figuring out what you're pressing, what you're about to do. Something I want to show you guys, it's the light setting around the car. Now, something I want to tell you with Mercedes, especially the newer Mercedes, you have a lot of options to play around with different type of lights and the settings. So they really went out with that and, you know, made it very highly customizable. You have your presets that they've put for you, but if you decide to play around with it and have something special, then you can obviously go ahead and do that. Something I really like about it. All right, guys. So one thing I like to show you, the interior of the car that happens at nighttime, is the lighting all across. It actually looks very sick and very nice. It follows you all throughout the car, and as you can see, your air vents also do light up within that color going over. Now, one interesting thing about this is once you do change the mode, so right now the car is in classic, let's say if you put it in sports mode, the light automatically changes to red. So if you go around, everything's red. You have different colors in your air vents. Coming down, looks super sick. Now we got one more mode, we got progressive. Let's go on progressive. We go on progressive and you have this turquoise bluish color coming up. Also, one more thing that makes it super cool at night is when you're trying to change the climate control, let's say go hot or cold. Once you press it, you can see the vents do change all throughout the car. Now going back to cold. All right guys, coming down, we have everything to do with your climate control. So you do have dual zone climate control with this vehicle. So what we have, look at it right here, is up and down for your climate control. So going up makes it hotter, going down makes it cooler. With this, you can control where you want the air to come out from. Next over would be your fan speed, your auto. This is for the windshield full max heating. You have the menu button, look at it right there. So if you press the menu button, you can see in your display you have a picture pull up, and then now if you were to change it, you can see on the bottom as well the numbers are changing for the heating and cooling. So basically everything you touch in the climate control down here will display up there. And then you have your rear defrost. You have your sync between the driver and passenger. This button would keep the air inside the car, and you have your AC button located right there. Even normally as you're going through the car, if you press this button, you can see it display on your screen. So everything you press, you can see it change simultaneously on the infotainment screen. Coming back down, we have your hard buttons for your menu. So we have navigation, radio, media. So if you press these buttons, you would go straight to them. Telephone, vehicle information, your hazards, and obviously we have the Mercedes Benz clock. This is a very nice clock, and you can see it being available on all Mercedes products. Again, it would get nicer as you go through the trims, but it's something that Mercedes puts in every single car, and it makes it look nice. Coming down, you have your dynamic control button. So basically going through Eco, Sport, Sport Plus, and I'm going to show you what this car has. So if you press it, you can actually see in the infotainment screen and in your main screen. So we have the Eco button located right there, Eco. Then we go up one more, it's Comfort, the light changes. Go up one more, we have Sport, we have Sport Plus, and we have individual. And with the individual setting, you can actually adjust it yourself. So if you were to press adjust, it tells you what you want to adjust. So your drive, you can go, and then you can change that. Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, manual, steering wheel, Comfort or Sport, and ESP, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus. Now if you have these settings configured to the one that you want, once you put the car into individual, the car would actually have all those settings ready to go. And this is a good thing, because sometimes maybe you want your engine to be sport, but you don't want your steering wheel or your drive to be sport. You want it to be comfort. So this is the way that you like it. You can set it up to get that in there. Coming back down, we have the parking sensors off. Beyond that, we have parking sensors off. Your camera button, if you're to press, you can have the camera display for that second, and then your auto start and stop. So basically you have the option of turning that off if you like. Coming over, what we have is the volume control and the power off for your media. Also, one other button I'd like to point out, located right on the bottom, is your seatbelt button. Now this button located right here is your seatbelt button, and basically you don't see this on every single Mercedes. You'd only see it on the coupes. And once you press that button, the seatbelts come up, make it easier to reach, so you can grab once you get in the car. Alright guys, well that's the full review of the Mercedes Benz E450. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you liked it, hope you learned something new. If you learned something new, comment down in the video. And if you have the same car, and let me know what you think about it down in the comments. If you're not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, give me that thumbs up. Hope to see you soon in my next video. Have a good one.